Hello, I'm Kråkan, also known as Corvus Cornix, so welcome to Yacc, yet another Crowcast where I pick a game, I play it for a week, and then I talk about it. This week's game is Wave Race 64 for the Nintendo 64. It was released in 1997, and it's a jet ski game developed by Nintendo EAD and published by Nintendo. There'll also be some spoilers up ahead, just so you know, but first a little backstory. So, I can't remember if this was a rental back in the day or not, or if I played it at a friend's house, but when I saw it online, I have to pick it up because it was a really good price. At the start of the game, you get the Nintendo logo and a demo that plays, and for some reason the seagull noises is really high in the in the demo. And then you're prompted to press start and choose between English or Dutch. You get other options such as championships, time trials, stunt mode, 2-player versus, and options. So I started with stunt mode to figure the controls out. So you can pick a couple of racers here: R. Hayami, A. Stewart, M. Jet Ski, and A. D. Mariner, I should say. And after that, you get to customize your jet ski, such as with the parameters, I should say, handling, engine, and grip. And then there are a couple of courses to choose between, such as Dolphin Park, Sunny Beach, Sunset Bay, Drake Lake, Marina Fortress, and Port Blue. However, Twilight City, Glacier Coast, and Southern Island are locked from the start. So in stunt mode, you go through rings and checkpoints and do tricks along the way, and it's all about high score in this mode. And then I went into the championship, and I did a bit of warm-up, learning about the quick turns and some tricks along the way. And then I got to pick between normal, hard, and the other difficulties such as expert and reverse are unlocked later on. First up is Sunny Beach, and this game is a bit like slalom actually. Go through or between the boys, or as I like to call them, floaties, because I think that's funny. So this stage has a lot of waves and has a Caribbean vibe to it. And if you for any reason go on the wrong side of the buoy, the jet skis will slow down a bit, and you have a couple of sort of wrong turns you can do. And just like Mario Kart, you get different points depending on how you finish a race. Next up is Sunny Bay, and it's a bay in sunset. There are a lot of sharp turns in this level, and it's a bit tricky. Next up is Drake Lake, and it's a misty location, and the mist hides a lot of stuff for you to run into. There's also a man and a dog, like a sprite. I bet they're like duck hunters or something, and it's kind of a funny little Easter egg. I probably should have mentioned this a bit earlier, but on the screen you have the number of laps, time, rank, speed, the missing floaties, and a power meter. Next up is Marina Fortress, and it's a fortress with heavy waves and really bad weather. It feels kind of foreboding. Next up is Port Blue. It has a lot of sharp turns and waves, and there's a helicopter that flies very near the surface of the water. And finally, it's time for Southern Island, and this stage is actually kind of cool. It has a jumping killer whale, and I also got a bit frustrated because this was the final, sort of stage or course to play, and I got the same score as another jet skier, and that made me go to second place instead of first, and that's super frustrating actually. So I retried the race, and I actually won. And that's more or less the game. So gameplay. This game is about jet skiing and racing. Control, the left stick is steering, and you can also do tricks. The A button accelerates, C up and C down is camera, and the start button pauses. Graphics. The graphics looks pretty good. And sure, the Nintendo 64 character models are blocky, but that's not the focus of the game, it's the race itself. Sound and music. Kazumi Totaka made a soundtrack for this game. I like Config, Dolphin Park, and Port Pirates. And the soundtrack has like a pop vibe to it. I really don't like the announcer of this game. He's a bit grating on the ears, but it's not too terrible. Easter eggs, secrets, and glitches. So in the Marina Fortress, there's actually a shortcut if you look at the map before you start the race. There's also a way to ride a dolphin in this game. You need to go through a couple of rings. In fact, all the rings, do all the stunts in Dolphin Park. And if done correctly, a dolphin will chirp, and you can go to the warm-up selection, and you press down with the stick and select your character, and then you will ride a dolphin. There are even more Easter eggs with dolphins to unlock in this game, such as baby dolphins on the start screen and a bigger dolphin guiding you through the dolphin park. So in conclusion, I wrote yes. So once I got into the game, it was pretty fun. The controls are pretty responsive, the music fits the vibe and the themes, and the graphics looks pretty good for its time. Sure, it has age, but it's a pretty good game. So anyway, thank you for listening and for watching, and take care.